Here's a tip that'll make anybody a better fisherman, and I bet it's one you've heard, and I bet it's one many of you have disregarded, and that is to change your line from time to time. Anytime you use fishing line, it's going to get nicked, it's going to get frayed. If it's monofilament line, the sun's going to cause a little deterioration, it'll weaken it. You're going to get that big bass or walleye or whatever on, he's going to make a run and that line's going to snap and you're going to be sorry. So change your line from time to time. Now then, I don't change my line all the way to the bottom of the reel spool. There's no need to do that. There's only need to replace about the top 50 or 60 yards. So here's what I do. I'll tie my line to a tree, to a little sapling or post, and I'll back up about 60 yards, and then I'll clip the old line at that point. Make sure you wad that old line up, stick it in your pocket so you can discard it properly. Then I'll take my spool of new line, I'll use a blood knot to reconnect the two, and I'll add that 60 yards back onto the reel. Why do I do this? Well, because this way, this is a 250 yard spool of line. I can get about 4 line replacements doing it 60 yards at a time instead of pulling off all the line and replacing once. So you just save money doing this. When you put your new line back on, when you're reeling it back on the spool, do it under some tension. I'll take a pen or a pencil, I'll stick it through the hole in the spool, and I'll pull that line off under tension so it goes on smoothly without any kinks or wraps. But the main thing, again, is to remember, change your line. Don't neglect it. It's so important. Your fishing line is the connection between you and your fish. If it's weak, you're going to break fish off. You're going to be disappointed. If it's a good connection, you're going to stay connected to that fish. You're going to land it, and you're going to have a lot more fun.